Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing cloudy conditions and fairly calmer conditions across the area this morning as we still have a weak area of low pressure centered just off to the southwest, but currently just sitting underneath the cloud shield with that system, and generally things mainly dry around the area with the exception of a brief sprinkle or light drizzle. Overall, that's kind of what we can expect as we move through the day today with brief light sprinkle or drizzle at times, but overall much drier and much less windy around the area as we move through our Wednesday. Take a look at the current surface analysis. We can see that area of low pressure is centered just off to our southwest, and we're in a bit of the dry sector with this low, with much of the rain still to the north and west of the center of the low. So looking again mainly in the dry sector today, outside of the brief light sprinkle or drizzle. Current condition this morning, seeing overcast deck around 1,300 feet. Winds out of the southeast at 12 knots. Temperature is 66 degrees and relative humidity is at 90%. Looking at the current visible satellite and composite radar here, we can see we're socked into those low clouds across the area. Again, those ceilings right around 1,300 feet, and we'll likely stay right around that area through the day today. Otherwise, we can see shower activity mainly well off to the north of the Wallops area and well off to the west as well, and that should remain the case as this area of low pressure will slowly track eastward as we go through the next 24 hours, eventually departing off to the east. And as that happens, going to see slightly better chance of some light rain, but overall generally expecting it to be fairly brief. We'll take a look at the high resolution model here, and as mentioned, going to continue to show that picture of dry weather over the local area. You can see maybe some light radar returns for that light sprinkle or drizzle at times. Generally through the afternoon we should see mainly dry conditions. Again, still a very slight chance, and then slightly better chance as we go into the evening, particularly as that center starts to move eastward. But as you can see here with the high-res model, not a whole lot of coverage with any kind of precipitation, and a lot of the models showing a very similar picture. So outside for some low clouds and then a brief light sprinkle or drizzle over the next 12 to 16 hours, we're going to stay moving towards a drier trend as we move into our Thursday. Thursday overall, that area of low pressure will still be departing the region off to our east. A very slight chance of a light sprinkle at times, but generally we'll see improving conditions as far as cloud cover goes. We'll see mostly cloudy to start today and the decrease in clouds through the day becoming partly cloudy later. And then we'll move into mostly clear conditions as we move overnight Thursday into Friday. I'll have a very slight chance for some patchy fog around the area, but those winds will be turning more westerly to southwesterly as we move into the day on Friday, and that's going to set up for a fairly warm day on Friday with temperatures back into the 80s, and overall looking at sunny conditions and very quiet and nice conditions around the area. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, yellow risk for a preset this morning. Again, it's going to be that brief light drizzle or sprinkle through the morning hours. Will stay cloudy around the area today. We'll keep winds out of the southeast to south-southeast, 8 to 13 knots, gusting up to 18 knots. We'll peak our temperatures up around 72 this afternoon, and moving to green conditions for the afternoon. It looks to be the lowest chance of seeing any drizzle or sprinkle, but again, I can't rule that out completely, and would be brief and very uneventful as we continue through the next 24 hours. We pick back up on a yellow risk for precip and reduced ceilings of visibility as we go into the evening. Same situation, just some light sprinkles or drizzle around the area, but nothing very impactful, keeping cloudy conditions. And we'll see winds becoming light and variable before turning more north-northwesterly as we get into the start of the day on Thursday, as we see that center of low pressure moving off to our east-southeast. Low temperature going to bottom out around 62 degrees for our Thursday morning, and then as mentioned, we'll start to see mostly cloudy conditions to start today on Thursday, with a few breaks in the clouds finally as we move into Thursday. Tides running a half a foot to a foot above normal and trending downward as we will start to see that onshore flow weakening and shifting on the backside of this area of low pressure. Thursday, mostly to partly cloudy. Again, decreasing clouds through the day. Very slight chance of a brief sprinkle, but overall we'll see mainly dry conditions, green conditions for our weather risk. A high expected around 77 degrees, so back to more seasonable temperatures. Partly cloudy to mostly clear Thursday night. Very slight chance for patchy fall. Green conditions for our weather risk. Low around 64 degrees. And then mostly sunny and warm for our Friday with a high up to the mid 80s, around 85 degrees. But overall looking at green conditions. So after we get past today, we'll be trending towards much better conditions and quiet conditions as we move through the remainder of the week. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.